In this video, we're gonna hunt some Raspberry Pis. So nobody really likes Raspberry Pis or any form of suspicious devices in the network. And in this demonstration, I'm gonna use Slurped and Netpicker to detect these devices. So the plan is, first, we're gonna use Slurped to find a device. I already have the device. Then you have to run some plannings, specifically ARP in this case. The ARP planning against that particular device, I've already done that as well. And I will look into the collected data of this particular device in Slurped, and we'll see how Slurped does MAC vendor lookup to basically get to the OUI of the devices based on the MAC addresses in the ARP table. And the thing is, if we already have a Raspberry Pis even detected in Slurped, there is no alert system. So there is no automation system that we can find or basically get notified about these devices in the network. So this is where Netpicker comes into play. And with Netpicker, we're going to validate these configurations if the word Raspberry Pi or Raspberry in this case would work, found in the configuration, found in the snapshot that we get from this device. Then we're going to trigger an alert, something like a notification. We say a device detected, and that is probably suspicious. You probably want to do something about it. So what I'll do is, first, I'm going to go to this device here, Cisco iOS. This is the device that we're going to be working with. I'm going to go to collected data, the ARP table, and there we go. We see 3 Raspberry Pi devices, and the OUI, basically the Mac vendor lookup, brought back Raspberry Pi Foundation. This is something that Slurped does automatically. Keep in mind that if you go to this device's CLI, type in show IP ARP, you're going to get the ARP table, you're going to get the MAC addresses, but there is no MAC vendor attached to the MAC addresses. So this is just something raw. And from the device itself, you wouldn't know about the OUI or basically the MAC vendor unless you've studied the MAC addresses, and basically the first three portions represent the MAC vendor and so on. You probably studied this before, and that is the only way that you would know. But with Slurped, this is something done automatically, and we don't have to be worried about it. So I have these devices here, this device and these ARP entries here. I'm gonna now go to Netpicker, and I should have the same device in Netpicker as well. So if I go to devices, I have a bunch of devices here, and this is what I want. So I can in fact go to the CLI and type in show IP ARP, and here the last 3 entries, these are basically, these belong to a Raspberry Pi device attached to their associated IP addresses. So there it is. Now I'm going to go to policies. We've gathered a simple Python script. Go to new test. This is called rule strawberry. We probably change that in the future. But I'm going to choose the device, and this is Cisco iOS in this case. And to show you just what we do at high level, we're going to use the Slurped SDK, and we're going to connect to this endpoint with this API key, and we choose one of the SDK methods, custom methods or functions called get snapshots. We're going to get the snapshot of the plannings of this specific device, and we do dictionary parsing with ARP. We get the planning results. And if there was a Raspberry Pi Foundation found in this variable, then we would trigger this error suspicious device detected in the network. So there it is. And the only thing left to do is me running this debug. So I'm going to pause it and come back. Let's maximize this, and this is the exact error that we wanted. The assertion error, suspicious device data in the network, and this is basically the something that was found in the output. So right now, the question you might have is how can we make this more efficient? How can we make this process automated in a way that we don't have to write this script manually every day ourselves? Well, actually, all these policies and rules can be run automatically on an interval, once a day, twice a day, once a month, and so on. And on top of that, you can also send a copy of the results of the compliance test to your Slack channel. That way, you don't even have to log into your Netpicker instance to see the result. You can just get the notification in your own Slack account. So this is how you can hunt down Raspberry Pis and rogue devices and run compliance tests with the help of Netpicker and Slurpit.